Bum ba bum. Badass woman in Herstory. Kalpana Chawla. Now I learned about her because of last month was American Asian Pacific and Pacific Islander Month, Appreciation Month, and so I took it upon myself that I pick important inventors and scientists and stuff like that, astronauts. I did that for Hispanic Heritage Month. I did that for Black History Month, Women's Month, or whatever. I mean, not whatever, but you know. So anyway, I learned about Kalpana. Now, her story is kind of crazy, tragic in a way, but inspiring. So, she was born March 17th, 1962. She passed on February 1st of 2003. So I was still kind of a kid. She was an Indian-born American astronaut and aerospace engineer who was the first woman of Indian origin to fly to space. She first flew on Space Shuttle Columbia in '97 as a mission specialist and primary robotic arm operator aboard STS-87. Chawla's second flight was on STS-107, the final flight of Columbia, in 2003. She was one of the 7 crew members who died in the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster when the spacecraft disintegrated during its re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere on February 1st of 2003. Chawla was posthumously, I don't know how to say that word, posthumously awarded the Congressional Space Medal of Honor, and several streets, universities, and institutions are named in her honor. What's crazy is, so on her Wikipedia, it says where she was born in Karnal, Haryana, India. It says she died, she was only 40 years old, but in '03, right? It says over Texas, US. Because I guess they were trying to get back to Houston. Her resting place is Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia. Alright, so early life and education leading up to it. She was born in a Punjabi Hindu family, the youngest of 4. She was born into a conservative society where she broke several traditions to become the first Indian-born female astronaut. She completed her schooling from Tagore Bal Nikatan Senior Secondary School, Karnal. Growing up, Chawla went to local flying clubs and watched planes with her father. After graduating with a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Aeronautical Engineering from Punjab Engineering College, India, Chawla moved to the United States in 1982. In '84, she graduated with a Master of Science degree in Aerospace Engineering from the University of Texas at Arlington, shout out, and went on to earn a second master's in 1986 and a PhD in Aerospace Engineering in 1988 from the University of Colorado, Boulder. In '88, she joined NASA's Ames Research Center, where she initially conducted computational fluid dynamics research, I don't even know what that is, on vertical and or short takeoff and landing concepts. Much of Chawla's research is included in technical journals and conference papers. In '93, she joined Overset Methods Incorporated as vice president and research scientist specializing in simulation of moving multiple body problems. I guess they're still talking about the ships. She held a certified flight instructor rating for airplanes, gliders, and commercial pilot licenses for single and multi-engine. Also, she flew airplanes, seaplanes, and gliders. After she became a naturalized U.S. citizen in April of '91, she applied for the NASA Astronaut Corps. Chawla joined the Corps in March of '95 and was selected for her first flight in '97. And it took 4 years. First space mission. So her first space mission began November 19th of '97 as part of the 6 astronaut crew that flew the Space Shuttle Columbia flight, STS-87. She was the first Indian woman to go into space. Oh yeah, this was dope. She spoke the following words while traveling in the weightlessness of space. "You are just your intelligence." Chawla traveled 10.67 million kilometers, as many as 250 times around the Earth. On her first mission, which logged more than 376 hours, which is 15 days and 16 hours in space. She was responsible for deploying the Spartan satellite, which malfunctioned, necessitating a spacewalk by Winston Scott into Cowdoy to capture the satellite. A 5-month NASA investigation exonerated Chawla by identifying errors in software interfaces and the defined procedures of the flight crew and ground control. After the completion of STS-87 post-flight activities, Chawla was assigned to technical positions in the astronaut office to work on the space station. Interesting. In 2000, Chawla was selected for her second flight as part of the crew of STS-107. This mission was repeatedly delayed due to scheduling conflicts and technical problems, such as the July 2002 discovery of cracks in the shuttle engine flow liners. This shit just built a whole nother ship. And technical problems such as the July 2000. On January 16th, 2003, Chawla finally returned to space aboard Space Shuttle Columbia on the ill-fated STS-107 mission. The crew performed nearly 80 experiments studying Earth and space science, advanced technology development, and astronaut health and safety. During the launch of STS, Columbia's 28th mission, a piece of foam insulation broke off from the space shuttle external tank and struck the port wing of the orbiter. Previous shuttle launches had seen minor damage from foam shedding, but some engineers suspected that the damage to Columbia was more serious. NASA managers limited the investigation, reasoning the crew could not have fixed the problem if it had been confirmed. When Columbia re-entered the atmosphere of Earth on February 1st, 2003, the damage allowed hot atmospheric gases to penetrate and destroy the internal wing structure. Damn, I'm getting stressed out just thinking about how they felt in that moment, which caused the spacecraft to become unstable and break apart over Texas. Chawla died along with the other 6 crew members. After the disaster, space shuttle flight operations were suspended for more than 2 years, similar to the aftermath of the Challenger disaster. What was the Challenger disaster? Well, that was in '86. Yep, but that was like in its flight. So I wonder if that one was because there was one that had like kids and teachers and shit or something. Is that the Challenger? Yeah, they took a school teacher on that one in '86, and she died. Sucks. On that one, that was in '86. All right, so construction of the International Space Station was put on hold. The station relied entirely on the Russian Roscosmos State Corporation for resupply for 29 months until shuttle flights resumed with STS-114 and 45 months for crew rotation. Chawla's remains were identified along with those of the rest of the crew members and were cremated and scattered at Zion National Park in Utah, according to her wishes. Man, that's crazy. So on February 5th of '03, the Prime Minister of India at the time announced that a meteorological series of satellites, METSAT, was to be renamed Kalpana 1. 74th Street in the Little India of Jackson Heights, Queens, New York City, New York, has been renamed Kalpana Chawla Way. The Kalpana Chawla Award was instituted by the government of Karnataka in '04 to recognize young women scientists. NASA has dedicated a supercomputer to Chawla. Novelist Peter David named a shuttlecraft the Chawla after the astronaut in his '07 Star Trek novel, The Next Generation Before Dishonor. The University of Texas at Arlington, where she obtained her master's degree, opened a dormitory named Kalpana Chawla Hall. In addition, the university dedicated the Kalpana Chawla Memorial in Netterman Hall, one of the primary buildings in the College of Engineering. That was in 2010. Yo, this is crazy, bro. Imagine a movie that ends like that, bro. I'd be crying. Man. So in '83, she was married. After the Columbia disaster, Harrison was approached by filmmakers to make a movie on her life, but he refused because he prefers to keep their life private. I respect that. It would be an incredible book or a movie, but you know, Hollywood would pimp out and mess up the story. But man, that's crazy. R.I.P. Alright, so now I gotta find an instrumental. We'll do a freestyle and wrap this up with a vote. You already know. I'm a mother pro. Alright, be right back. Ladies and